Hello and welcome. This is Indigo Owl coming to you live from London, UK with weekly guidance. We are starting this weekly guidance a bit later in the week than usual. We're going to start from tomorrow, which is Saturday the 12th of December. It's a number 12 day, so quite a strong number. And a number that completes, tomorrow very much completes the theme that we've been looking at in last week's guidance, which was making or completing a much needed change in perspective. The number 12 in tarot goes with the Hanged Man, which is literally a shift in mental attitude. It can sometimes literally mean seeing things the opposite of how we've looked at it before. And this shift in mental attitude, this shift in perspective can lead to much needed breakthrough if we're willing to go through that change. So tomorrow completes that phase where we've been asked to reassess our mental attitude and be willing to shift our perspective to a more useful one for going forward. So we will start this guidance from tomorrow, which is the 12/12 day. It will then be for a week up until next week, Friday, which is the 18th of December, and only 1 week away from Christmas Day. So this month is the last month of this year and is yet another month that seems to have gone really fast. I hope this year has gone very well for you, even if there's been some ups and downs. There's been a lot of learning possible in this year and a lot of positive shifts and moves forward. So in this guidance, we are still doubling up quite a lot of the cards, as something we started a few weeks ago and has been really exciting to work with. I have laid out the doubled up tarot cards. We have 2 theme cards for the week on either side here. We have 2 unicorn messages. We also have 2 messages of hope from the Archangel Michael. We have 1, 2, 3 Romance Angel cards, where you are welcome to pick 1 or more cards for a message about your love life. And our arrangement behind the cards is quite minimal today. We have here the baby unicorn with the rose quartz, and we have here this guardian angel. So we will start with the tarot cards for the week. Angela is watching and she says, "Hi, Constance." Hi, Angela. It's lovely to see you on here. If not in person, I really hope everything is going really well for you. Welcome to this weekly guidance. I hope you enjoy it. So we're going to start here. This is going to be Saturday and Sunday. So this is this weekend. And then we've got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday next week. I hope you can see all of the cards. Maybe if I tilted a bit more. So let's start with these 2. So these come for tomorrow, Saturday, the 12th of December. And we are using this, the bigger green cards are from the Good Tarot, and this is from the Spiral Tarot. And the Spiral theme is very much coming up a lot at the moment. So we've got for tomorrow, we have the Emperor. The first thing I saw on this card was the beautiful lion face. Doesn't he look majestic? So the Emperor very much represents being in charge of our life, being in control of our life. It represents stability. It can also represent authority. And maybe for some of us that can sometimes represent a bit of a challenge. But it's coming up for the weekend. It's coming up for the amazing number 12/12 day. So to me, it comes through with a very strong feeling of we're finally able to be much more in control of our lives, through maybe being much more in control of ourselves. and then it's easier to control things around us. So there is something about accepting who we really are, accepting our own thoughts and our own feelings. That doesn't mean we go along with everything we think and everything we feel, and it doesn't mean that we allow that to run our life. But acceptance is an important part in trying to control things in a good way. And the card that came with it is the Star. What a beautiful card. So the first thing I notice actually is that the number 4 and the number 17 together make the number 21. It's one of my favorite numbers because in tarot the number 21 is represented by the world, and it represents a successful completion of a whole chapter in our life. So the Star represents dreams coming true. It represents regeneration and rejuvenation. So there is something about this lion is providing the stability we need in order for... so this is a very masculine card, and this is a very feminine card. So this is about the masculine and feminine working together beautifully to support each other. The masculine side is providing the stability, and the Star, this beautiful naked woman, is bathing in the water of life. So she brings this kind of flow of life in from her side. So that's really lovely energy for tomorrow. I'm already looking forward to that for tomorrow. Let's have a look at Sunday. For Sunday we have 8 of Water. Now, 8 of Water is a card that often comes when it's time to let something go that just hasn't worked out, or that is no longer working out. This man is watching this boat in the water, and something is leaving his life, and what he's left with is this box of treasures. So there is something about looking at what needs to be let go of, but also acknowledging what has been left behind from that. That may be life experience, that may be very valuable experience that we're left with, all very beautiful experiences that we had at the time before things stopped working out, and that is what we can keep. But maybe a relationship or a job or a place we used to live is something we need to also let go of. Because the 8 of Water is very much a card that comes in situations where somehow the one cup that we want in life, this can also be the 8 of Cups in a different deck, would be the one cup that's not really in reach. There is something still missing here. So whatever experiences we've had so far in one particular area of life still hasn't been truly fulfilling. So there is some experience that we wish for is still missing. And in order to get to that, in order to manifest that in our life, we first have to let go of all the experiences that haven't quite brought us what we really want. Ha, ha, ha. And I was talking about the one cup that's still missing, or the cup that's still out of reach. And that one more cup would make the 9 of Cups. And here we have the 9 of Cups, or you could say the 9 of Water. They're just two different tarot decks. They use different words, but it's the same meaning. So the 9 of Cups is very much the card of wish fulfillment, the card of dreams coming true. And because it's cups or water, it's specifically in the area of love and relationship. This doesn't have to be romantic. This can be a family relationship or an important friendship. But it can be romantic. And it's interesting, it's following on from the Star, which also speaks of pursuing your dreams. So interesting that quite simultaneously to letting go of the cups that weren't quite enough in the past, on the same day we have the possibility of the 9th cup coming in. And maybe it is the energy of that ninth cup finally coming in that makes us truly able to let go of the other 8 cups that weren't quite what we've actually been looking for, even if we've been fooled for a while. Let's have a look at Monday. So this is going to be Monday, the 14th of, I almost said January. No, it's not. It's obviously still December. I'm not sure where that came from, but here it is. So it's the 14th of December, Monday. We have, the King of Water. Now we have more water. I like it. Now the King of Water, especially in this deck, is definitely speaking of emotional maturity, somebody that can bring emotional fulfillment. Now that may be part of our own personality coming out strongly at this moment in time, or it may be a person in our life or a person that's coming into our life that really is bringing this quality of emotional maturity and possibility of emotional fulfillment in relationship into our life. I like that the first card, and I know it's not the first day of this week, but the first card that's come for this week also had a strong masculine energy, even though it's overlaid with this very feminine energy. And again, we have a woman here, and then we're starting the week again with the more masculine energy, but the element of water. And the second card is the Moon card. And again, we have this amazing masculine-feminine balance, because the Moon is very much associated with feminine energy. It's the card that speaks of using our dreams and our intuition to guide us rather than our intellect. It is a card that can come at times where we need to use our inner guidance because not everything is clear yet. We can't see everything that's going on yet. There are things still left in the dark. And then what we have that's always with us, light or dark, is our intuition. And what strikes me is we have this man here holding this egg, which I'm not 100% if it's the Ouroboros, but it looks almost similar to the King of Water here holding this fish. And if you ignore these stripes, see, that also looks quite egg-shaped. So there is definitely, these two cards are working beautifully together. And I'm curious to see what Monday will bring. Let's have a look at Tuesday. And now we have the Chariot. I love it. It's an amazing card of victory. I like that the coloring of the Chariot is very similar here. Oh, and we've got another fiery card that I've just revealed by accident. It's very similar coloring to the Emperor here. It's also one of the major arcana. And it is a card that speaks of uniting your own inner energies, overcoming inner conflict, and moving. The Chariot very much represents movement, is also moving towards victory. It's a time of tests and challengings being passed and being able to move forward where maybe previously we've been stuck. So excellent card. This time we have kind of a woman charioteer, which is lovely. It's a very beautiful modern deck. And again, we have this balance because the other card is the Knight of Wands. And here we have the woman and the man. We've got quite a young woman and a young man. Knights usually represent younger people, or they represent situations where there is movement and action. And the Knights of Wands can very much represent the will to move ahead. So beautifully complements the message of this Chariot. So there is also something about the will to move ahead in the way necessary in order for this Chariot to move, because we have here a white horse and the black horse representing that sometimes different parts of us may want to move off into different directions, and the charioteer has to find a way to make both horses pull in the same direction. That's kind of the big achievement of moving the chariot forward. at all, actually. So it looks like an interesting start to the week already. Let's have a look at Wednesday. Now, that must be the 16th of December. So we're already halfway through. We have yet another major arcana. We have number 5, the Hierophant. And again, in this beautifully modern deck, the Hierophant is a woman. Very traditionally, it would be a figure that looks like a bishop and can represent very traditional values. So we have another major arcana. That's 3 major arcana already. When lots of major arcana come in a reading, that means major changes are happening. The minor arcana often represent the smaller detail, and I can see, coming from behind this card, I can see the 3 of Pentacles. Now we have 2 women. In the middle of next week, on Wednesday, we do have very strong feminine energy coming through. The 3 of Pentacles represents finally reaching a point where we can start to show off what we can do, to show the talent that we have, the gifts that have been bestowed upon us. I like that the 5 and the 3 together adds up to a number 8. Number 8 is a fate number, a number of things that are fated to happen. So things are moving in the direction of our dreams coming true, and for us receiving or accomplishing emotional fulfillment. Very, very exciting. Now, the Hierophant often has the task of uniting heaven and earth. There is something about bringing together the spiritual guidance and the life we have on earth, the physical life, and making it work so that the energy flows beautifully. So this is for Wednesday. Let's have a look at Thursday. And here we have the 3 of us. Now we have the same card basically next to each other here. The earth element goes with the pentacles, and the pentacles go with the element of earth. Pentacles go with the material, practical side of life, and in our society very much often also money. So that's why the pentacles look like gold coins. In this deck, they simply stuck with the actual elements. So we've got the earth element. We've basically got 3 of pentacles or 3 of earth twice and right next to each other. So there is either a really, really strong shift in that area coming up, or there's maybe even 2 different opportunities to show off what we can do or demonstrate what we're able to do, or what our gifts are coming up right next to each other, right after each other. So amazing. Anything that doubles up in tarot is super significant. Also, the 3 and 3 together makes the number 33. So if you are into numerology, you can look up the number 33 and you might get an amazing insight from that as well. I am now, and here comes my famous line, very, very curious which other tarot card has come for Thursday. And we have the 5 of Cups. How very interesting. Now we're back to the Cups. And like I was saying here, we had the 9 of Cups following on from many, many times where we only got the 8 of Cups, or the 8 of water, and we didn't quite get enough of what we wanted, or not at all what we wanted. This 3 of earth, and also we have the 2 3s next to each other here. We also have 2 5s next to each other. The Hierophant is number 5 in the major arcana, and the 5 of Cups obviously is the number 5 in the suit of Cups. So we have 5 5 3 3. How very intriguing. Now, as I was saying here, that there is an element of needing to let go of those 8 cups enough in order for the 9th cup to come in, but it may not be until the 9th cup actually arrives that we're really able to let fully let go or fully understand what it was that didn't work out with the other 8 cups. It may be when this double or very big opportunity comes up for us to finally step into the expansion of the 3 of Pentacles, that it is only then we're fully able to let go of those 3 cups. And again, the number 3, now we have 333, to let go of those 3 cups that have been spilt in the past, that have brought us experiences and feelings like grief and loss and disappointment. But ultimately, we might finally be able to walk back towards those 2 cups that are still standing and turn back towards the tree of life. And again, we have 2 cups here. We also have a cup here with the Hierophant, obviously. Those 2 cups might be those 2 opportunities that are being offered to us on the earthly plane, or it might be one opportunity that feels as if it's almost 2 in 1. You know, like those offers in the shop, get 2 for 1. It might literally feel like that. It might be one big offer that fulfills 2 of our wishes in one go. I am so excited about this week coming up. Let's have a look at the last day that we're going to look at in this reading, which is going to be next week, Friday, the 18th of December. And we have, and the first air card has arrived. The Page of Air in a more traditional deck are the Page of Swords. It's the first sword that has turned up in this reading. And the swords go very much with thinking and logic. It goes with the mind. And pages come for the very beginnings, the very stirrings of new things, or they can come for, the Page of Air in particular can come for messages or new information that's coming in. It can also represent starting to clear the cobwebs of our thinking, to get rid of old, outdated thinking that is holding us back. Let's see what's come with it. And we have another number 3. We have 3, 3, 3. Amazing. And also, like I was saying here, and the day before, we've got those 3 spilled cups. It's almost like they're going to be replaced by these 3 cups that are like 3 new cups coming in. So there's 2 cups in the background that are still standing, and then there's also 3 new cups coming in to make the full set again. But so the 3 of Cups represents celebration. So these new offers that are coming in will be cause for celebration. Maybe some long-awaited positive news, long-awaited offer, something we've worked towards for a long time. Also, the 333 is making me think of the number 9 for the 9 cups. So there's lots of good things coming in, and it really seems that all we need to be willing to do is adjust and shift our mental attitude and our perspective so that we can commandeer this chariot in a more effective way. And maybe that's the only thing that's been stuck, that hasn't brought us the success we wanted beforehand, was maybe not being willing to accept exactly what it is we need to do in order to make this chariot move where we want it to go. Maybe things haven't worked the way we want them to work, and maybe we've been a bit stubborn for a while, but things are now in motion, and it all seems to have anchored on this increased inner stability that is allowing us to step into our power. It has been possible through increased trust in ourselves and in our guidance, and it's going to bring amazing results. Let's have a look at the theme cards for this week. We've got 2 here. We've got one from the Speed of Light Oracle by the beautiful Leanne Peters, and we've got one from the Angel and Ancestors Oracle deck by Kyle Gray. The first one is a featured card, and of course we're going to need another one. I love this about Leanne's deck. Some of them have these additional messages on featured cards where you get an extra card, which is always a good thing. I love it. So the card we've got here is called Medicine Pouch, and it says, Bear has additional insight. Trust your instincts. Find the deck and pull a card. Well, we're going to do that straight away. Here is the deck. I already shuffled it earlier when I drew a card, so I don't need to shuffle it again. And without any hesitation, I have drawn a card. That's exactly what it asked me to do. So we have Medicine Pouch number 54, and it says resources, gather knowledge and collect. So this is a card that's asking us to look through our medicine pouch, to look through our resources, and maybe even gather more resources at this time, and look at what we have available to us at this time, and use it if it works. And the card that came with it is number 15, Projection. Vision, focus, concentration, and chaos. So it may be that as we go through this next week, there may be some projection coming our way that we need to deflect. And it may well be that we have some valuable resources that can help us with that. These projections may come from people around us that are used to seeing us a certain way, and if we suddenly start behaving differently, and it may not seem sudden to us because we've been working towards it a long time, but it may seem sudden to them, they may resist that and may project onto us the old version of us that they want us to stay, because that's what they're familiar with. But we are more than ready to move on, so we're not going to allow that to happen. These projections can also come from our own past, from our own past experience. It may be expectations we have of ourselves that may be different to different degrees for different people. So it's important for you to assess yourself what makes sense to you. So this is part of the theme for the week. Is now 2 cards from the Temple of Balance Speed of Oracle deck, and the other theme card is this one. Oh, we have Father Sky, Trust in the Unknown. So we are truly able to step into the unknown in this next week coming up, because things have shifted enough inside us so that things really can start shifting around us as well. And we may well have to deal with projection that's coming our way or coming from inside of us that we need to release, but we have resources that and knowledge that we can use. And also one of those resources is trusting into Father Sky, using, here's the lovely eagle that can give us a higher perspective, trusting in the unknown and trusting that we are ready for this change is all going to help us in this week. Now, the next cards we're going to look at is the message, not the message, the messages from the unicorns. So, the first one is Love Heals Fear. Now, if I remember correctly, that may have also come up last week. It says here, the power of your love can help bullies and angry people to be less afraid. So that may well be the people that are projecting stuff on us. Maybe these are people that have known us for a while and they don't like to see us change simply because they do not trust the unknown. And maybe it makes them feel afraid, and that might make them come across as bullies and angry people. So love might be another one of those resources we can use to deal with that if that energy is coming along. And the other card is beautiful. It says, believe in yourself. See yourself doing well and you will. I feel like that really belongs in this end here where the 3 of Pentacles and the 3 of Cups are starting to come into play. We really are reaching a time of big success. Do not allow other people to hold you back. That doesn't mean you ignore other people or you ignore if they're afraid or you allow them to bully you. but it means that you have ways of dealing with that, and you will not allow it to stop you, because that's not the right thing to do. You've worked hard for where you are and where you want to go. Keep going. We also have here the message of hope from Archangel Michael. Now, this is actually the Archangel of Michael deck. This is the Sword and Shield from Archangel Michael. It certainly is from the Angel of Prayers deck by Kyle Gray. So we have another Kyle of Gray deck featured today. And it has the Archangel Michael on the front. This may not be the actual card. So let's have a look. Oh, we've got Archangel Jeremiel, and he says, the miracle of forgiveness. Thank you, Jeremiel, for helping me understand the process of forgiveness. So, the message of hope is that we are able to forgive ourselves and others. And therefore, experiences from the past will no longer be able to stop us. We are ready to move forward. I like that it has this amazing yellow light because it's reminiscent of the Three of Pentacles here. Also the light in the back of the Five of Cups. The two cups that are still standing are very much in this lovely yellow light. And also the dress of the woman in the middle is yellowy, quite a bit orangey as well. So he's coming also with this kind of end of the week energy. So it looks like at the beginning of the week, we need to trust, we need to believe in ourselves. This is very much similar colouring to the Father Sky and also the medicine pouch here. So we've got this kind of more bluey energy here, also here as well in the Moon and the King of Water. So the beginning of the week, we need to trust in ourselves and trust in the unknown and trust in our own resources and not allow people to hold us back. And as we come nearer the end of the week, we really are able to forgive and step into this golden, yellowy, orange light that brings us the expansion in the area of Pentacles and then also in the area of Cups. Amazing. Oh, then the other Archangel Michael message of hope is keep your eyes on your targeted intention. Now that immediately makes me think of this card, believe in yourself, that says see yourself doing well and you will. This really is a time to keep the eyes on the prize, this to keep focused on what we've been trying to manifest for some time. It says, thank you, Archangel Michael, for helping me focus on my inner vision and intention. I ask for your guidance in releasing any fears or doubts, granting me the confidence and courage to take action towards realizing my dreams. Beautiful message of hope here from Archangel Jeremiel. I hope the little guardian angel is able to hold both of those cards up, and the Archangel Michael. Really, really interesting week coming up. So, what's left to look at now is the three romance angel cards in the back. I'm just going to move these up just a little bit so we can fit these more into the middle. I love these cards. What beautiful combinations. So, we have here card 1 with the rose quartz, card 2 with the aquamarine, and card 3 with the marcasite. You may choose one or more cards for one or more questions to do with love and relationship. You may get a clearer answer if you choose one to focus on one and choose one card, but please use your own intuition to see what works for you. So let's have a look at card number 1. So if you chose this card, your message from the romance angels is retreat. It says it's time to disconnect from the world. So this is a card that very much says if you are in a relationship, it may be necessary for the two of you this is talking about a romantic relationship primarily, it may be time for the two of you to have some time away from others in order to reconnect. By disconnecting from the world, you can reconnect with each other. And that's not saying you've been disconnected from each other. It's talking about disconnecting on a little bit of a deeper level. That is something that would be beneficial for you at the moment. So that was card number 1 with the rose quartz. Let's have a look at card number 2. So if this was the card you chose, this is your message. It says unrequited love. There is not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. So if you have been in a relationship or hoping to start a relationship with somebody and you've chosen this card, your message is that this is maybe not the relationship you've been hoping for, the relationship you've been waiting for, the relationship you've been trying to manifest. Maybe there was attraction and chemistry there, but it's not enough to keep the relationship going in the long run. So if this is your message, don't be disheartened that you're not manifesting a relationship in your life, if that's something you're hoping for, because this very much relates to the 5 of Cups here, and it's about letting go. Also relates to the 8 of Water here. It's about letting go the things that don't work so that the things that do work can come in. So in letting go this relationship that's not quite right for you, you are making space for the right one to arrive. And the last card, card number 3 with the marker side, if you chose number 3, this is your message. And you have attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So this is a reminder that we can make time to stop and smell the roses on our own. We don't need company for that. Yes, it can be lovely to have company in those lovely moments when we manage to really enjoy life. It's great to have someone there to do it with. But it's also great to do it on your own, and don't not do it on your own and think you're going to do it all when you're with somebody. Even if you're in a relationship, the other person is likely not with you 100% of the time, and you shouldn't miss out on those beautiful moments you can enjoy just because there's nobody else there at the moment. So this is very much a message of if you want to attract more romantic love into your life, you can do that by being present now with yourself and whatever is happening right now, and that will bring the right experience to you. So this is the weekly guidance. So if this reading resonates with you, please like, share and comment. I'd love to hear from you. I know some of you like to watch live and some of you catch the replay. As usual, I will upload on my YouTube channel, Indigo Owl. It's much easier to not miss any of the readings on YouTube because it has a different algorithm from Facebook. But I also like to come and connect with you here on Facebook. So the reading will be available on both platforms. I really hope at least some of the reading has made sense to you. I hope you have an amazing week ahead. I really hope that this year, 2020, is reaching a good conclusion for you with lots of lovely incentive to move into 2021 with great plans and great experiences ahead of you. So thank you for joining me here. I will say namaste and goodbye.